Hey friends, Russ here having more Daisy Lever gun fun. And I just want to give a little update on something that I did for one of the previous builds that I have going here. I wanted to shorten one of these force-fed shot tubes, and what I did on it was, if you look at one in original shape, I took this end off. I took it apart. You see there's two little screws here. The follower comes up, pushes the BBs into this assembly. If you take those screws out, you can pop that assembly apart, you can strip everything out, and what you end up with is something that looks kind of like this on the end inside. So here's one I just disassembled. Okay, you take this off. What I had to do was shorten the shot tube on the inside. I had to shorten this sleeve on the outside, but then I had to make sure I had straight notches coming around here and a hole up here. I had to move all that up here. So that meant recutting, redrilling, shortening, sliding. I thought to myself, maybe I'm working on the wrong end. Maybe what I need to do is shorten the front end of it. So I took this one apart. You can see all the pieces are up here. Got the little screws. I've got the spring and the follower and everything. But this is the end that I'm concerned with. Now, if you see how these are made, there is a roll pin inside of here. I'm going to try to get a little closer to the camera. You can see the hole through the middle of the roll pin. And what it does, it sets through where the spring guide is and where the, I guess that's really the BB magazine in here. It's set through the end, and it holds the cap, the muzzle cap, onto the end of the assembly. It serves two purposes. It holds all this together, and it also helps to retain the spring and the follower. So what I did on this one, I took a drift and drove out that little roll pin until it's far enough to release. I popped this apart, and all I have to do is shorten the shot tube to the appropriate length that I want it to go, shorten this end, and whenever I reassemble where the hole for the roll pin is, that'll give me a guide to put my drill bit in there and know where to put exactly the hole for that roll pin to go all the way through both sides. Now, of course, this is going to be in the wrong spot, so I'll just re-drill that further down. And this notch, which what that does, that holds the tang on the follower in place like that. The follower comes up, goes down, holds it like that. So that'll be an easy chore because this is open on top here. That'll be an easy chore of just taking a file and cutting this to the appropriate spot. This should be a heck of a lot easier than what I had to do to get the other end in, because to get the other end in, you also have to perfectly line up the divot that holds it in. It's right in there on this side, and on this side, whenever you put it together, this little, see that little nib right there? A little nib? That has to go inside that tube just in the right spot. So you have to make sure everything is cut perfectly. Well, just as a follow-up, from now on, whenever I go to shorten one of these, I'm going to actually attack it from the front end and not from that tail end, because it's going to be a lot easier. Okay, folks, this is Russ, and you guys have a good day today, please. It's beautiful weather outside, and I just can't wait to get out and enjoy some of that. Have a good day. See you next time.